And Eric, you have to keep the mustache on at all times in case, at least for me, I mustache you a question.
Let the dad jokes begin. Okay, cool. Well, before we dive in, I want to make some quick introductions. My name is Susie. I'm the director of marketing at Blueprint. If you don't know us, Blueprint is a global technology solutions firm that helps companies grow through digital transformation. And we're honored to co-host this hackathon with one of our favorite partners, Databricks, the data and AI company. With me today is our group of Blueprinters, our event coordinator extraordinaire, Ruthie. You should have received some emails from her prior to the event, so no, she's not a bot. She's going to be a good friend to you, especially today and tomorrow to get set up. Eric Vogelpohl is our Director of Solutions Development at Blueprint, who will share in a moment more detail on the hackathon challenges that you'll get to choose from. And last but not least is Gary Nakanalua, our Managing Director of Innovation. And he's going to walk you through the rules, how we're using Microsoft Teams to communicate during the event, and our criteria for your projects. So a quick reminder, if you have yet to complete the form that Ruthie sent out earlier this week to get your free swag kit, be sure to do so. You'll get some cool t-shirts like we have here and a couple other goodies that you'll want to have for sure by next week when we do the award ceremony. So you're competing for 500 bucks and of course an opportunity to get your hands on with Databricks and of course a very real situation with streaming data. And as we know, many companies today still lack that innovative solution that revolves around this use case. So you and your team will need to choose one challenge, which we'll go over here in a minute, and you'll need to determine that one by today, which I'll give you more details later about how that works, to submit your final project by this Sunday. So with that, I'm going to hand it off to Eric, who's going to dive into those specific challenges. Eric?
Yeah, right on, right on, right on. All right. So challenge number one, you are a data engineer. So data engineering in Databricks is all around ingesting streaming data. So we have a transaction, like an order processing simulator we created. It's based off the AdventureWorks dataset. So it's a very well-referenced schema. You can find it online. And we have data streaming in n number of records per minute. You'll see what that looks like when you get into the environment. And your job as a data engineer in challenge one is to take up the responsibilities for merging data, right? Because it's got updates and deletes. So you need to be deft with the merge function. You've got optimization functions that you need to do. Of course, we want you to conquer Spark structured streaming, data set creation, schema creation, everything you need to do to present a data set for secondary analysis or BI, etc. But there's a bonus in challenge one. Don't stop with just data set creation. You are free to do notebook-based, collaborative-based analysis. And here's another bonus idea call out for number one. If you think that providing like summary statistics or data set statistics is useful for data engineer or data scientists, then please, by all means, think about the data pipeline. You as the data engineer can be a rock star. All right. Challenge number two. By the way, I paid $5 for this font, so I hope it works out. Challenge number two, you are a data scientist. Now, you will not need to work with the data set created in challenge one. Challenge two has your own data set. We have enhanced the data set in a very cool way, because in challenge two, you're going to work out a product recommendation algorithm. You're going to work out a sales forecasting and stockout prediction algorithm, and or you can choose a fraud detection algorithm. And as every good data scientist knows, it stinks when you have random data coming through a data pipeline, because random is tough, right? So we've actually written some distributions into that streaming data so that you can grab hold, the algorithms you write can grab hold of data and make some real life pattern-esque findings out of the data instead of it just being random. So a lot of fun there. Challenge number three, you are a data analyst. And in this world, what we want you to do is leverage the power of Power BI connected to Databricks Delta. We'll provide you the JDBC endpoint. We'll provide you the token and the password that'll be in Teams. It's everything you need to get started. We've given you some challenges and obstacles and point of views and personas in the README document that you'll find in the Challenge 3 notebook. And you will be off to help your product specialist teams make the right decisions about products and placements and sales and regions and customer patterns and all the things we do in descriptive BI. But wait, there's a bonus to Challenge 3. Don't stop with just descriptive BI. If you want to push the boundaries of Power BI's ability to do lightweight AI, or maybe even wink, wink, nod, nod, inject your own Python or R scripts into Power BI based off the data you get from the data set, go for it. All right, real quick. Susie, Ruthie, do you want to cover some of the tech how-tos?
Yeah, good. So you're going to be receiving some credentials, folks, that will, during this meeting, Ruthie's going to enable you access to the Microsoft Teams channel. As a reminder and clarification, Teams is used for communication only. So this is where you can post questions. This is where if you want to connect with your team, you certainly can. We wanted to enable a space that you can easily collaborate with. And we'll also, Ruthie and I will be sharing some updates, reminders around deadlines, which, by the way, everything Eric just said is in written form that you'll be able to reference later for all of these challenges. The list of events and deadlines will all be in Teams. So you're going to get access there via email that she'll reach out to you here shortly. Separately, like what Eric just went through with the challenges, after this, when you get access to Teams, you'll be able to register your team in there. So you'll have a name, you'll dictate, who is your team captain in case we need to get out immediate information to you. We have one person we can count on in connecting with, but you do need to identify what challenge you're taking on by today, which Ruthie will go over here shortly. When you do, on the back end, we're going to be setting you up with your Databricks credentials. Those are completely different than your Microsoft Teams credentials. So that has been a little bit of a confusion in the past. So just remember, the Teams access is for communication. The Databricks credentials we'll be giving you, which is like a bpcs.com email, that will give you access to your workspace. Again, all of this will be listed on Teams for you.
Yeah, and a couple little technical notes about the Databricks clusters. For those of you who know, Databricks runs on a clustered environment. We can create the clusters for you. You'll have the rights to terminate them and restart them if need be. They will fall asleep in 60 minutes just to be good stewards of cost. And finally, if, wink, wink, nod, nod, if you need additional libraries installed for, say, Challenge 2, for example, please just team us the library you'd like install, and we can make certain that gets set up for you.
So a couple things I wanted to add in really quick. When we're done with this, first thing you guys are going to want to do is register your team, as Susie said. So within Microsoft Teams, in the files section, you'll be able to see team registration, and it's just an Excel spreadsheet. So make sure you add that in as soon as possible. As soon as you get that in, we will start creating your login information for Databricks, and I will personally email that to you. And so each participant will get their own login. So each person on your team will have their own login information. So just keep an eye out for that. Another quick thing I want to let you know, right when you hop into Teams, and I'll be adding everyone as soon as this is over, but right as you hop in, I recommend that you go through all of the tabs at the top. We have a bunch of files in there that you can go over. That includes our office hours and schedule. So the schedule is just saying when everything is due, what times, and then when our award ceremony is next week. That's when we'll be announcing the winner. The other thing that you're going to want to check out is the video submission link as well. That is going to be a Microsoft Teams link. If it's not viewable to you within Teams, all you have to do is click View in Browser, and that'll open that up. And all you have to do to submit your team video is going to be adding your team name along with the link to your video. And the video can be in any format. Last time we had people send in Dropbox, in Google Drive, in YouTube, however you want to do it, it's totally fine. And if you have any issues throughout the entire hackathon, all you have to do is either post it in the chat for South Central, or feel free to email me or message me on Teams. I'll be available the entire time. My email is ruthie@bpcs.com, and I'll add that in the chat over here as well.
Awesome. Thanks, Ruthie. And likewise, we're going to head over to Gary here in a minute. But if you have questions while we're going through this that you think you might forget to ask, go ahead and put that in the chat here during this meeting, and we'll definitely answer those questions at the end of this kickoff. All right, Gary, tell us what we need to know about the rules and criteria.
Cool. So where we're going, there are no rules. Actually, I'm just joking. There are some rules, and they are listed in the team channel that Susie and Ruthie have discussed. Rules are made to be broken, but do so at your own peril. I'll just put that out there. So as Susie shakes her head at me.
Follow the rules.
But I also want to talk for a couple minutes on your video submissions and on the judging criteria. So your video submissions, what the judges are going to want to see, number one, is what is the magic behind the solution. So imagine you're David Copperfield and you're making a dog disappear on stage. We want to know how you made the dog disappear on the stage. So yes, we do want to pay attention to the man behind the curtain type of thing, right? Number two, you definitely want to highlight what makes it unique. Your thing, this thing that you birthed and brought into the world. What is it that makes it unique, right? This is your baby. So share with us why your baby should win the competition. And then finally, have fun with it. Like definitely, this is so incredibly important. Definitely have fun. Add your own personality to it. Definitely. That definitely helps it stand out amongst the others. Now, as far as the judges are concerned, as they're reviewing your video submissions, there's a few things that they are going to look at. Number one is the technology usage. Like Eric covered, this is very much, we are working with Databricks. So your use of Databricks obviously is incredibly important, but also the other things you choose to use, right? Number two, completion. This is a very important one. We recognize that you have a short time frame and a lot is being thrown at you. So you want to narrow down when you have to, and you want to get it to a state of completion. Number three, practicality. And practicality is really this thing, this baby that you all have brought into the world. How relevant is it to the world today? What companies, what industries? Really, we look at those things from a practicality perspective. And then originality, like that thing that helps, again, you stand out from other solutions and products that may exist out in the world. And so finally, more detail about all of this is in the Teams channel, so you can check out the post section for general Q&A. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, just have fun, give them hell, and we are excited to see what you all do with it. Miss Susie.
Awesome. Thanks, Gary. Yeah, you guys, we wish we were in person with you. We're very much, Databricks and Blueprint are very much the type of folks that we want to see you in person. So while, we've got some restrictions here, we're just trying to make that as much of that human experience as possible. So with that, we will be having Blueprint and Databricks mentors on the back end. We decided not to assign them out, but you do have the ability to reach out and ask questions if you get stuck. We have gone a little bit more into detail in the rules section. If you go beyond where we're actually writing code for you, it's potential that we might give you the heads up. If we do that, you may be disqualified. While we still want you to participate and learn a lot, which is the spirit of the competition, we also don't want you to have a leg up if we're doing work for you. But know that there are mentors on the back end. We do have office hours, especially as it goes into the weekend. So after this event, this kickoff event, the hackathon has begun. So you can start working on your project once you have identified and registered your team and chosen your challenge. Again, we need to do a little bit of work on the back end to give you your credentials to your workspace, but you're able to get going right away. Think of it like homework assignment. We're giving it out today. It's due Sunday at 11:59, right before midnight, but you absolutely can get it done before then. It doesn't mean you have to submit it Sunday. In fact, I highly encourage that you have started to work on it even before the weekend in case you do have any administrative issues or any other questions that we can help with. We want to make sure we're available, and we simply can't guarantee we'll answer your questions Sunday late at night. So we do have those office hours posted. Real quick, before I open it up to Q&A, I wanted to go over just the timeline of events. So again, kickoff begins now. After this meeting, you can get working again once you have your credentials set up. Projects are due Sunday the 16th, again at 11:59 p.m. The award party. So we're going to get a couple of days next week for our judges, both from Databricks and Blueprint, to review your projects. And just because this is during working hours, we're giving them a couple of days to score your projects, which means next Thursday, the 20th, from 4 to 5 o'clock Central Time, we're going to host our award party. And of course, that'll be virtual. So wear your shirts, put on your mustaches for that one, bring your own beer kind of thing. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll showcase all of your projects there. Again, office hours are a thing for the mentors on the back end for you. So we'll have that posted within the Teams channel. And then at the award party, we'll announce the winner of the first prize, the first winner, which of course is the $500 cash, some swag, and some social recognition from both of our companies. But there's also going to be a People's Choice Award. And so again, I'll give you more details as that approaches. But basically, every participant is able to look at the projects after the deadline to vote on who you think should be the winner, who's your favorite. And if it's different than the main winner, and or actually if they are also the People Choice Award, you'll get an extended swag package from us sent to you. So with that, let me pause and open up for questions. What can we help you guys with?
And really quick, Susie, the times that you gave, 11:59 p.m. on Sunday, that is their local time, right?
That is Central Time, exactly. Yeah, good question. Yeah, so if anybody is participating outside of the South Central region, if you're able to join this event for other reasons, yeah, just know we'll put that timestamp in there too, but that is the Central region.
And one thing I want to add really quick is, for some reason, if you do not see an email from me inviting you to Teams by 11 o'clock this morning, our time, which should be, I think, 1 o'clock your time. If you have any issues with that whatsoever, please send me a message, because that means there's been some technical difficulties in getting that over to you. So let me know so that we can get you in there as soon as possible.
Oh, Nitin, you're on mute.
Sorry about that. So you can only pick one challenge per team, right?
Exactly.
Okay, and the teams, I don't know whether we submitted the teams before. If we would have submitted the team, and if we cannot come up with like picking up one challenge, means maybe I want to do something, my other teammates want to do something, can we split the team?
You bet. Yeah, so let me clarify that. So you can be a team of one. We're just asking that there's no more than 3 people per team, and that you've registered on that Excel spreadsheet that we'll provide you. If you do split, though, just know you'll become your own team, which means you get the $500 yourself if you win, right? If you're splitting your team, there's no, I mean, at that point, you are officially different teams. A quick clarification as well, because we had this in our last event. If you take on challenge 1 and finish it, and you didn't maybe love it, and you think challenge 2, you could take that on and be the final project, you only get to submit one project. But if you have the time and you've been able to accomplish both, you could do that. I believe there's a little bit of that erasing of your, and Eric, you'll have to help clarify this for me, in the Databricks environment. If they choose one challenge and move to the next, I don't know if they lose some of their work from the previous.
I mean, they don't lose it.
Okay.
You know, please, by all means, it's up to you. Export your notebook as you want. We're certainly not going to purposely trash your notebook, but please be good stewards of your code inside the work. But then at the conclusion of this, we will tear down the clusters and the workspaces environment, and we'll rebuild them again for the next hack. But yeah, if you'd like to go from 1 to 2 or 1 to 3 or any direction, you're more than welcome to do that. Again, I would focus on one of the judging criteria, which is completeness. So.
Awesome, thanks. Good questions.
And I also want to add in really quick, this recording will be added to Teams as well. So if one of your teammates was not able to join this, feel free to direct them to the Teams channel, and they can watch this whole thing again, or you can just explain it to them. So it'll be available to everyone.
Awesome. Any more questions? Going once, going twice. Sweet. You guys, the event has kicked off. So we are here to help you. We'll be on the back end. Ruthie will get you connected via email. But have so much fun. Reach out with questions. And we're looking forward to seeing you guys again at the award party next Thursday. Take care.
Thank
Enjoy.
you.
Bye, guys.
Thanks.
Good luck.